Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over some knee-jerk reactions for Game Week 36, seeing what players, managers are bringing in, taking out, and also going to be going over how I'm currently doing in Game Week 35. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, how are you getting on in Game Week 35, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, I am currently on 32 points, a pretty poor game week rank of 5.4 mil, but it just seems that it is a very low scoring week anyway. I didn't have Trent, which obviously hurt me quite a bit, but I did have Kane, who actually outscored Trent this week by 1 point, so I guess it wasn't actually that bad in the end. Kepa and Raya both getting 3 points, so it didn't really matter who I played this week, but yeah, Kepa obviously getting me 3. Estupinian still to play, Trippier only getting 1 point. I wasn't expecting him to really do anything this week. I was just always going to play Trippier over Botman and Henry. To be fair, he was actually really close to getting an assist. He like kind of curled it in on a free kick. I think Shaw headed it, and then Ramsdale just produced a ridiculous save, which obviously would have been a Trippier assist, which was yeah, really annoying. But either way, 1 point from Trippier, still carrying on with absolutely no returns. He does have a double game week, obviously, in 36, so hopefully he can bring in something. And then Shaw only getting 2 points as well. Again, really unlucky, that David De Gea mistake. I don't know. It's one of those things, like De Gea either pulls off a really good saves and has a really good game, or he just makes mistakes. Like, we all know that he's not really good with the ball at his feet. He seems to be like losing the possession quite a bit from like goal kicks or just like kicking it out. And so yeah, really unfortunate. I just think that that Europa game really hurt Man United, like losing both Martinez and obviously Varane's gone as he's injured as well at the moment, so it's not really helped them out at all. So yeah, Shaw only got me 2 points, so not really that good from the back, no returns at all. Hopefully Estupinian against Everton at home can produce something, because as of right now the game week's a little bit in the bin. Fernandez only getting 2 points as well. Honestly, as a Fernandez owner, I just feel like I've been super unlucky this season with him. I think they hit the post twice or something, and they would have both been Fernandez assists. So yeah, that was really annoying. But obviously, I'm keeping him for the double and stuff in 37. But yeah, it would have been really nice to get a couple of returns from him, because he's solo owned. Like, around my rank, he's only like 20% owned. So I really need Bruno to pop off, and it's just every single week it just feels like I've been getting unlucky. Like, he's creating all these chances, and for whatever reason, United's players just can't finish the chances, and it's really annoying. But either way, he's only got 2 points. Matoma and March obviously still to play tonight. Everton at home. Rashford only getting 2 as well. Salah getting 10. Honestly, like, I want to keep Kane and Salah so much because they're just ticking over every single game week. But in order to bring in like Isak or Wilson, I have to get rid of one of them, and I just don't really want to at all. I just no other way I can really bring in a Newcastle defender unless I get rid of Henry and just play like triple Newcastle defense. But they've not kept a clean sheet in ages, so it just doesn't really feel like the smart play. So I've got 2 free transfers this week, and I have no idea what I'm going to do, because Salah's got Leicester away, and I don't want to get rid of Salah before then. Kane, I think, has got like Villa away or something, which isn't the worst fixture, and he can definitely score in that game, but I do need Isak in my team, and there's not really anyone else I'd really want to get rid of. Potentially like Bruno's an option, but he's got a double in 37, so it just wouldn't really make any sense to get rid of him. The only players that it really makes sense to get rid of is Kane and Salah, but they just keep scoring every week. It's just impossible to get rid of them. But yeah, Haaland captaincy, it's not really that bad that he blanked, because everyone really captained him this week. So yeah, he definitely should have scored. I think he hit the post. He had like 5 really good attempts. So yeah, don't know what was going on. I don't think he's malfunctioning. Someone put the data chip in wrong or something. But yeah, he didn't bag. And then yeah, Kane getting 8 points, just Mr. Consistent. And then the bench, not really good at all. 3 from Raya, and then 1 from Botman, Henry, and Greenwood. So yeah, 32 points. Still got 3 players left to play. I'm hoping they all start. I really need them all to start, because I've got nothing on the bench really. It did quite help that City just didn't do that well against Leeds this week, because that was the game I was really worried about. But Grealish didn't play, luckily. And then obviously Edison didn't keep clean sheets. Obviously none of the defenders did. So that was really nice. And then it's just one of those weeks. Like, I don't know why Haaland gave the penalty away. I mean, it was probably because of the hat-trick that Gundogan was on. But yeah, Pep was just not happy on the sidelines. Like, Haaland should have took the pen, man. That's just what he's supposed to be doing. But yeah, 32 points with 3 players left to play. Not really anything to shout about. But again, it's not like I've lost loads. I'm actually on a green arrow. Like, I think I've gone from like 24k to 23k. It's just one of those weeks. Like, it's just nothing's happened really. The only big players that have really popped off are Trent, Shaw, and Kane. No other like highly owned players have really done anything. So that's what we're currently on, 32 points, 3 players left to play. Let's see how the games go tonight. Let's move over to some knee-jerk reactions for game week 36 though, or should I say double game week 36, because we are now in double territory. 36 and 37 are doubles. 37 is a much bigger double than 36, and I would like to go into 37 with 2 free transfers just in case, and I have 2 free transfers at the moment, so I could easily go like Kane to Isak this week, and I think that is the smart play. But I just don't want to get rid of Kane. He's just so good. But either way, we'll talk about that in the team selection video tomorrow. Let's go over some knee-jerk reactions, though. The most brought-in players so far this week are Wilson and Isak, both Newcastle strikers. The only problem as well with like Isak and Wilson are they can't really both start the double, like both. I mean, they technically could, but with players coming back, I don't think they're both going to start. And I don't really want to get rid of Kane for Isak if Isak's only going to play like the Brighton game. Like, obviously the Leeds fixture is so good, and I really want a Newcastle striker for that fixture, but at the same time, like, if I bring in Isak for Kane and he gets benched, I can't go back to Kane. It's not like next week I can just bring him back in, because I won't have the money to do it. I will lose a little bit, but obviously I'm going to sell him cheaper than I'll be able to buy him back for. So that's the other kind of thing. Like, it's just up in the air. Like, this is another reason that I might just go triple Newcastle defense and just like bite the bullet and hope that like Isak and Wilson both don't start like both games. But I don't know, that's very risky ground, because everyone's going to be bringing them in and everyone's going to be captaining them as well, because I don't really have a good captaincy shout if I do that as well. Like Trippier maybe, but he's just not going to return in so long. But yeah, anyway, Wilson and Isak are the most brought in players this week. Odegaard as well, being brought in by a lot of players. I mean, he's just popping off really at the moment. He didn't do it when I had him, but they do have some really nice fixtures coming up. Barring the Brighton game, they've got Forest and Wolves, which are 2 really nice fixtures. And I don't know, I kind of, for that Wolves fixture especially, I definitely want an Arsenal player in for game week 38, which is definitely a fixture to... I mean, it depends. Like, I don't think the title will go down to the last game week. I just think City won't drop any points now, even though they do have a rough schedule coming up. Obviously got like Real Madrid and stuff now, and it depends what happens with that, and if they can like get a decent goal advantage in the first leg. But it's probably not going to happen because it's Real Madrid. So yeah, that's the interesting thing. So maybe Arsenal won't really have anything to play for. They might have just solidified second by then, and yeah, I don't know, it might just not be as good fixture, but it'll be interesting nonetheless. But Odegaard is getting brought in by a lot of managers, understandable, but I would probably target double game week players instead. Est Opinion, another player being brought in by a lot of managers this week, which I'm happy about, because I would very much like him to have a price rise. So yeah, he's not got the greatest double at all though, to be fair. Like, I'm not really super happy about playing him this week. He's got Arsenal away and Newcastle away. Like, he could easily walk away with like 2 points in that double. Like, he could just get 1 point in both of these fixtures. I'm still going to play him because I love a double game week, but it's not really anything crazy. Like, 37's much better. That Southampton at home game is really nice. I mean, City at home is also, it's not great, obviously, but yeah, I don't know. There's 36 double. I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily worth bringing in if you've got like, if you need to bring in like, and if you don't have triple Newcastle, I'd probably rather bring in triple Newcastle for this week, and then obviously just bring in a Brighton player next week. I just think that the Newcastle defense have got more likely to keep a clean sheet than Brighton in this double. I don't know. That's just the fixtures, like both away fixtures and both top 4 clubs really. So I don't know, it's gonna be a tough one. And then McAllister as well, being brought in by a lot of players. I don't really know why. He's playing a lot deeper now. Obviously he's on penalties and stuff. I feel like it was because of the penalty that he scored against United, and that obviously helped him get 11 points. If they didn't get that pen in the last like couple of minutes, then he would have just finished on 3 and no one would have been really batting an eyelid. But again, there might be a bit of rotation for Brighton tonight. Obviously I'm recording this before the fixture against Everton, so we'll have to see what happens there. Anyway, they are the most brought in players this week. Let's move on to the most brought out players. And Watkins, I mean, not that he's playing bad. I mean, he's not actually returned in a while, actually. I think he's had a bit of a dry spell right now. Fixtures not really that good. Spurs, Liverpool and Brighton. And as well as that, he's just an easy move to Wilson or Isak. Most people will be making that move this week if they do still have Watkins. Grealish being brought up by a lot of... I'm not really sure about Grealish, to be fair. I don't think he's really a player you bring out just before a double. I mean, Everton away. Again, it all depends on the Real Madrid game. Like, if Grealish plays the Madrid game, he very well could get benched in the Prem, and then Foden could just start. And then, I mean, vice versa as well. But I feel like Grealish is much more likely to be part of the starting 11 against Real Madrid. Like, the best 11 is going to play Real Madrid, obviously. And then, you know, when they've got these... I mean, they still have to win the fixtures in the Prem as well. I mean, Chelsea, you know, they should easily win that game. But, I mean, Brighton's going to be tricky. I mean, even going to Everton, who are trying to fight for relegation, you know, that's even going to be tricky. Like, they've not got any, like, really, really easy fixtures that, I mean, they're on a ridiculous streak at the moment, and you'd expect them to win all those games, but, you know, it's the Prem, anything can happen, and it's going to be interesting as to why people are getting rid of him. I don't really know who people are bringing in for him, like maybe Ødegaard, but at the same point, I mean, they probably could be switching to a Brighton midfielder, which I understand, because obviously they've got a double, but I don't know. I feel like there's other players that you should probably get rid of before Grealish. Tony, another player that a lot of people are getting rid of. Brentford just aren't really, I don't know, like, he's just, obviously he got the goal against Forest, which, I don't know, that was always a little bit interesting as well, because obviously was it like already over the line, was it an own goal? But yeah, I mean, they've got pretty bad fixtures, to be fair. I mean, after West Ham, Spurs and City, understandable. Obviously, another player you can easily get rid of for Wilson and Isak. Saka being brought out by a lot of players as well. Yeah, he's blanked quite a bit, to be fair, apart from the Southampton game, which I was lucky to have him on my free hit. But yeah, like 1-1-0, 2-2-3, like not great at all. Like, I captained him for this Crystal Palace game, and after that he's just not delivered at all apart from the free hit week. So yeah, understandable why people are getting rid of him. And then Andreas Pereira, obviously out for the season with an injury, so completely understand that as well. So they're the most brought in and taken out players so far for Double Game Week 36. Obviously we've still got a lot of football to play this week. We still have 3 games tonight, and then obviously there's European games as well coming up. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Don't make your transfers yet. There will obviously be price changes and rises and falls and stuff, but at this point of the week, like at this point of the season, you don't really need to be bothered about price changes. There's literally like, what, 36, 37, 30. There's 3 game weeks left, so you don't really have to be worrying about money. I don't think it's going to be affecting you that much, unless obviously you are 0.1 out bringing like Isak or Wilson or something, then fair play. But yeah, either way, going to be an interesting game week nonetheless. Captaincy's going to be all over the place. But if you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment. What are you doing for game week 36? How are you doing in game week 35? Subscribe if you're brand new, and until next time, peace.